Hi, everybody. Good evening. Uh, Welcome in the Twilight Zone. Coming to you directly here from the Pink Palace. And you'll notice there's Hugo Veldsman. He's
Yes,
sitting
yes.
in Durbanville. Yeah. And then we've got a mysterious youngster, a young gun down here, who's joining us tonight, Mr. Jacob Swan, who will be
Yes.
our guest for the evening. It'd be nice of you guys if you could share this. In the process, you're helping local musicians. Um, in case I get carried away and I forget to tell you later on, Jacob Swan's got a Facebook page and he's got an Instagram account. Now that you've seen him, there may be another silly little Jacob Swan out there um, that I saw on YouTube. Ignore him. This is the cat that you want to check out.
The real
But how it's going to work is normally he's so new on the scene and under the radar that there's not a lot of video material available of him. So what we're going to do is we're going to ask him to take his guitar, take your guitar, and introduce yourself, boy. Let us hear you.
cool, man. I'm gonna open this up with a nice little original.
Like,
Love, my first love. First kiss and miss the bliss of love, yeah. Got me on my knees. Dear Lord, won't you please have mercy? I love your heart. Now time with your shine high. Got me on my knees. Dear Lord, won't you please have mercy? Even face to face there, still, Lord, won't you please have mercy? Heart, love your heart, yeah. Now it's time away your shine. Got me on my knees, yeah. Dear Lord, won't you please have mercy? Need the grace and faith to face there, still, Lord, won't you please have mercy? So love, my first love. First kiss, miss this love. Got me on my knees. Dear Lord, won't you please have mercy? Need the grace to face this, dear Lord, won't you please have mercy? So hard, yeah, my first love. First kiss, I missed the bliss of love. Got me on my knees, dear Lord, won't you please have mercy?
oh yeah, yeah, right.
Yeah.
Okay, there you go. So that's Jacob Swan you just heard there. He's from Stellenbosch, and I know nothing about Jacob. I just know that he makes cool music. That's all I know. He Like he's like a skim, you know. He arrives at the Acorn Acoustic Sessions.
Yeah.
He's on time. He's ready. He walks up. He's got his Martin acoustic with him. He's a lefty, a goofy foot, and minimum EQ required. Everything just works, and off he goes. And he lays down some soulful blues, some of which are original, and his interpretations of other songs. And it's altijd lekker geweest. But I don't know this cat. So, Jacob, I'm curious. I have a sneaky feeling you do something else as well. But I only know you as a musician, and I'm curious. How did this start for you? How did you decide? Okay, what were the triggers? How did you start making music, and specifically your style? You've got like this claw. You know, you're not we normal guys pick up a guitar, they have plectrum and they want to, copy Keith Richards or something like that. And this is a whole different ball game. How did this happen?
So look, I always played instruments from primary school. I was one of those guys that took piano at primary school, did all that kind of stuff. And I actually, when I was thinking about this stuff today, I was like, I remember I played drums. That was the first thing that I played. I was a drummer in a high school band. And being a high school band, we played metal. So I used to be a metal.
The name of your high school band. That's one of my favorite things.
Oh, yeah, that's always the most embarrassing thing. So I was in a Afrikaans metal.
I know. I've been there. Like
but I can claim that I was the drummer. So everyone knows the drummers never involved in the big decisions. So I was in a high school band called that was our vibe, and thought about it today. So our lead singer, we used to practice. I'm not sure exactly where the line is between Hugo Vale and Oranje Zicht, but somewhere there in the lead singer's parents' house to practice.
Okay.
And I was thinking about it today. Oh, it's so funny. Like, you know how angry you get, when you brought up in the system there in the Oranje Zicht, everyone knows how harsh it is living up there. Yeah. So that valley inspired me. I have no idea how this happened. So I was in the metal scene a bit in high school, and then I think things changed for me with music, especially the crossover to blues, because I remember being in with this girl, and then the change came for me when I saw a video of Eric Clapton playing. I think the song is "Drifting Blues." So. I'm drifting and drifting.
Yeah.
So and I think that's also where the fingers, the claw thing comes in.
Okay. By the way, just so you know, that song was written by Charles Brown, he was a black keyboard. He was a piano blues man, but Clapton did a beautiful version of that long ago already on his EC Live album.
Yeah.
So very nice blues song. Yeah.
When I started hearing that kind of genre, I was like, "This is the stuff." Because as much.
So the girl you mentioned, the girl did she draw you into the blues, or did you think the blues will draw her into you? Or
I think she unknowingly led me to the blues.
Okay. Well, we thank her, wherever she may be.
So I think what happened there was when I heard that kind of genre, I was like, I don't know what it is, but this oak knows exactly how I'm feeling. Especially when they do that kind of stuff. I was like, this is proper.
Yeah.
So that's not.
So was that at school? Was that still at school?
That was high school.
Fantastic.
Which is, it's not the coolest thing listening to blues in high school. But,
I know.
So I think that was kind of But even this day, I was thinking about it. Like, I don't ever really play with a pick, and I feel like my hands feel dumb when I play with a pick. It feels like I don't really know what to do. So yeah.
Yeah, I've tried to play bass with a pick because I know with a heavy rocking numbers sometimes it's actually a sound that works, and it feels weird to me, so I haven't been able to yet. But anyway, maar jy wil hom 'n paar vrae gevra het. So.
Yeah, I also couldn't go back to the pick ever since I went like fingerstyle and stuff. It was just the sound I was looking for, I guess.
Yeah, it just happens, especially solo kind of stuff, like this kind of stuff. Like if you want to go that kind of stuff, I'm just not smart enough to figure out how to use a pick whilst doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, over to you, Iku.
Happened with Mark Knopfler for me. Anyways, moving on. As much as I hate to bring this up, you know, with the whole lockdown, COVID-19 thing, we're celebrating now the next level. Cheers to everybody at home watching. If you have some alcohol with you. But I just want to know, you know, you're one of those musicians that I've seen that you like. Christoph and I, before the lockdown, we were grinding away and stuff at venues. And you know, what are you doing now with the lockdown? What are you doing creatively? What is your creative output?
So I think I'm probably one of the people that feels like I'm happy sort of for lockdown, because I also got into that whole thing of playing in like the scene, like in restaurants, and so I sort of felt like I don't know how to put this. I sort of felt like I'm glad I got to take the break from playing in restaurants and stuff, because it's really draining. Like I remember that last 2 weeks before lockdown, I was chatting to friends of mine and I was saying, like, you know, you pitch up at I was at that place where I pitched up at a place and I was like, I don't know how I'm gonna get through the next 3 hours. Like,
yeah.
So I'm actually happy that lockdown like gave me like that breathing space to relax and see like, where do I want to take this? Like what am I doing now with the music? So I played a lot at like markets, restaurants. I think I was fortunate to get a couple of steady slots at restaurants. So it was good for making money. But now creatively, I think that I'm working on an EP. So I'm working on bringing out some original music. And so yeah, that's an exciting thing for me. I started writing, which is maybe a bit late, but and it's a cool experience. Like for me, I think I've played now for 6 years, maybe. I've been doing restaurants and stuff, and now I've started writing, and it's cool because I'm in lockdown, so I've got the time, and I have to sort of figure this writing thing out for myself now. So it's been a cool experience, and as well seeing like how the first songs that I wrote in lockdown versus like the later songs, and I feel like the first couple are terrible, but like that's part of the grind.
I remember. I mean, I'm still trying to write a song that I feel good about, and I'm not working hard enough for it. But I remember one of the lessons or one of the preke that I got was from Rob Nagel, and he said, just write a song, and you got to share it, even if it's terrible. You got to share it so that somebody else tells you it's shit. Then you write another one, and then you write another one.
Yeah.
And so after a while, then it becomes easier. So you gotta write shit songs and let people listen to it, which is the really hard part. Apparently, according and I mean he's written many great songs. So I suppose it's great advice. Something else I thought of today, in fact, in a discussion with Leon, who's helping us while we're talking about it. Let's give a shout out to Leon van Zweel and his son Elaine, who's sitting in Ascot, who's helping us, making it possible for us to run the Twilight Zone. Right behind the scenes, helping with the streaming. And while I was chatting to him today, because the world's changed, I was listening now, just before the show, I was listening to the Fugard Theatre in Cape Town. They're saying they don't expect for theaters to open before 2021. So they're now deciding, okay, now we're going to do something else, before it, and that means we probably won't have live gigs. Well, I don't know when we're going to have live gigs. Now we've got the OMG, amazing OMG productions, but that's high end, expensive, lots of really knowledgeable people involved, serious equipment. So you and me that used to play at the odd restaurant and then in a club here and a bar there and whatever, what are we gonna do? And I don't know whether you guys have thought about it this way yet, but I thought, the expense of going to a venue and playing, one can write off now against getting equipment of some description and playing from home. Just jacking up the little, without, we can't, not all of us can do the OMG thing, unfortunately. It would be fantastic if we could. Maar jy weet, we're going to have to start playing from the lounge. That's the future for a while. And I hope people are enjoying it enough to actually watch, So, just to segue us here into another bit of music, and this, for those of you who are watching, there's no prepared idea of what Jacob should play next, so he doesn't know what I'm going to say now. But he did send me some clips that I used, you may have noticed, in the little teasers that we put out beforehand. And the first one he sent me, he was playing a bit of like an instrumental that's got a strong African roots. And I had a look. I don't know my Marabi from my Mbakanga from my Maube or whatever. So so I just love it. So I'm curious. I'm curious because we've never heard you do this before, Jacob. So what happened there? And then give us a demonstration. Maybe play a bit of that again, if you don't mind.
So what happened was, because I started.
The blues came from Africa in any case. Okay, yeah. I'm listening.
Going back to the roots. No, because I started writing myself. The whole, I would say the type of music I listen to has changed completely now. So but I think because you listen to different stuff now than just the different stuff in the music, like certain stuff are more important maybe to you now, or you like or appreciate certain stuff more than what you used to. So I got very into the last while into Paul Simon, and so that Graceland album.
Yeah.
That, to me, that album is on repeat now the whole time. I think as an album, I really think if I had to list my top 5 favorite albums of all time, it would definitely be up there, in the top 3 maybe even. And so because I started listening to that kind of stuff, I got very intrigued with African music, and especially that sound. So even I started doing some small gigs with Sven Bloomer, and he started showing me stuff. He showed me this those kinds of licks or that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So that kind of stuff, I became super into that over the last 2 months.
Right stuff.
Yeah. So I'm really getting into that now. So that's why I think I'm doubting whether I'll bring out an EP with that kind of sound, but it's something that's really intriguing me a lot.
Let's just give a shout out to Sven for the influence. I mean, I know that you've started working a bit with Sven as well, and it was very funny because I was going on about you, and then I helped Sven with sound one day at Delline, and we spoke, and he was looking for somebody, and I said, "Oh, you must check out this Jacob Swan." He said, "Oh yeah, no, we're working together." So you were already together at that point. And Sven's very experienced and knowledgeable, and he plays lots of styles. He does a lot of session work. So yeah, it's a great mentor to have around.
That was the big thing for me when we started playing together, me and him, was that sometimes you play with a musician and most of us are strong in a certain genre, and so but if you're playing with a musician in their genre and you switch over to another one, sometimes most musicians struggle to switch over. And I think the thing that impressed me the most with him was like you can throw him any curveball, like any genre you want to, and he's got it down.
Yeah.
Like you know how to play that. So no, great musician.
So are you confident enough to give us a little bit of your what you feel is African on guitar now? A bit of African sounding? Just a little bit. 30 seconds will do. I need to top up my wine.
Okay, I've got my loop here, so. So that's just like some of the licks that I've been messing around with now.
Yeah, lekker, man.
But I also feel like the Telecaster is actually really good for that kind of music, especially for the upper neck kind of stuff.
Well, the Tele is a Swiss Army tool of guitar, so you can do anything with it.
Yeah.
You could come here, I would say.
Yeah, I'll never forget. I showed up. I can't remember what it was. We were playing some kind of show. I was talking to Gustav about the sound, and he was like, "You're playing a Tele. You'll cut through the entire mix. Like, you'll cut through the entire thing. Like, I've got all my electric guitars and only kept my Tele because that's how in love I am with that thing."
The interesting thing was when I bought this, I didn't really want a Tele, so I was looking for a semi-hollow body kind of thing. So that's the thing that I've been really into, because a lot of the gigs that I do solo, felt like only if I use a semi-hollow body or full tone guitar that works better for me with just the vocals. And then I went to, this was last year, Fender. It was that warehouse sale thing. So they had this Tele marked down from, I think it's from 40 grand to 22. And so I was there with one of my mates, and then we were chatting, and he asked me what I thought about this Tele, because they only had 2 lefties in the whole at the whole sale. So he asked me what I thought about it, and I was like, yeah, I think it's an amazing guitar, but I can't afford it. And then he just asked me, well, how much do you have now? And then I said how much I had, and then he added, I don't know if you know, he added a couple thousand. He basically bought half of the guitar, and so then gave me the guitar. So then
what a friend!
I was like, yeah, no, that's pretty special. After that, I was like,
I could move my WhatsApp.
Yeah, no. So it's a good guitar. Now that I've gotten used to the tone, I'm very into Teles now.
Fantastic, man. Tell me just one other thing I was curious about. I just see on Instagram, I mean, you play all over the place when we could still. You collaborate with a percussionist as well, or drummer.
Yeah.
Tell us about that.
That's been pretty special. So if you actually want to check stuff that he's recorded on. There's a band. Yeah, it's called a band Auto Bam, which is very like alternative folk, alternative rock kind of band. And so he plays drums on those albums for them. And me and him became friends, and then eventually, after being friends for a while, I think this was maybe a year and a half ago, I chatted to him one evening, and I was just like, would you ever be keen to jam with me? And our first gig together was at Mojo Market. And so I was pretty nervous beforehand because I was like, we've never really actually played together. And because everyone's so busy, we don't really have time to practice together. So like, I'm going to play the riff or tell you what we're going into. Like, just tell him we're doing a shuffle or whatever. And then I was like, then you come in. And so that was our first gig, and like, he was so versatile that evening as well. So I was just like, well, I guess this is a duo now. So yeah, then we started playing as a duo, as the Jacob Swan duo. We started playing, and yeah, that's been a lot of fun. It's a lot better having someone play with you than solo.
Yeah, it's nice to have that energy exchange as well. It's much better to be with somebody. Yeah. Tell me his name and the act that he plays in. What is that?
So his name is Martin van Rooyen. He plays in. I wonder. So I think they market themselves as a duo, but when I've watched them live, they were like 4 or 5 guys on stage. So I'm not sure if
what kind of backward pageantry is that? Like we're a duo. That's a sound engineer's worst nightmare.
Yeah, but it's really cool stuff. Like, I think I've watched 3 shows now, and so all 3 times I was like, yeah, this is
well,
cool music.
What do they call themselves? What do they call themselves?
So Auto Bam, I don't know, alternative folk.
No, not the genre. What's their name?
So the name is Auto Bam.
Otto? Say again?
Auto Bam. So ODDOBAM. Yeah. Yeah, it's really cool. It's really original stuff.
Odd name. But okay. Hugo. Gooi jou daar 'n vraag bra. Ek verstaan hy begin Afrikaanserig ook raak met sy skrywerry.
Ja.
Wat jy ook so effentjies nou en dan doen.
Yeah. So before we went live, we were chatting with Jacob. So you've been working on some Afrikaans stuff. Like, I know that's like a very new territory for you, for me as well. It's also, but yeah, you first.
Yeah. So the Afrikaans stuff, that's been interesting, a very interesting experience, because I used to write a lot of blues rock, and so I felt like the Afrikaans market might be more accessible at the moment. And when I started writing Afrikaans, it sort of felt like, because Afrikaans, you've got those sounds, soos jy daai en die r en daai tipe klanke in Afrikaans. Dit begin dit vir my voel like hierdie goed, dit pas nie so lekker in die blues of R&B genre in nie. Want vir my daai hele genre is super smooth. Like die tekstuur is super smooth van die klank. En so ja, toe begin ek 'n bietjie rondspeel met Afrikaans, en toe so met die African vibe het ek ook nou meer folk begin gaan met Afrikaans. Which is, ek dink wat Skalk van der Merwe se thesis, PhD het oor was like Koos Du Plessis en daai mense, like hoe folk en Afrikaans actually a massive scene is.
Ja. Maar speel vir ons al 'n stukkie, blykbaar dat jy nou original, jy het ook ietsie wat jy ram kan present al sê, so kom ons hoor gou-gou.
Yes.
En onthou om die r's en die g's mooi laat let dit kat enunsieer mooi duidelik daar, dis die grrr, hoor. Die drol op. Ek weet nie wat die woorde gaan wees.
Daar's 'n foto, is my bed, en dis die laaste stuk bewys. Ek en jy, eens op 'n dag, God in die oë kon kyk. Wat is huis, sonder jou by my? Dis 'n geraamte sonder vleis. As wat ek het kan as is mis voor die son verdwyn. As ek het sonder jou kry. Hierdie gange is altyd vol hoop. Skielik nou so stil. Wens ek kon jou stem nog een keer hoor. Al moet jy op my gou. Wat is huis, sonder jou by my? Dis 'n geraamte sonder vleis. As wat ek het kan as is mis voor die son verdwyn. As ek het sonder jou moet kry. Wat is huis, sonder jou by my? Dis 'n geraamte sonder vleis. As wat ek het kan was is mis voor die son verdwyn. As ek het sonder jou moet kry.
Ja. Jacob, jy gaan nie lank single bly nie, bro.
What a comment,
Jy gaan nou gaan jy vir jou wickets bekeer, bro. Is pragtig, man. Okay, so julle wat nou in die quiet zone is en luister, hierdie het jy al daai saam in die publiek gedoen, Jacob?
Nee, ek dink nie so nie. Nee.
There we go.
Nee,
wonderlik, man. Baie dankie.
Maar ek het nie die guts gehad om die bridge te doen nou nie.
Okay, ja, ek is seker one day, dat dit sal kom. Jy weet, ek is seker, ek sal seker maak dat Rico van jou uitvind, hoor. Die wasgoedlyn, jy moet gaan hang in die wasgoedlyn. For sure. Ja, cool. Hugo, wat reken jy?
Ja, soos Afrika, funny enough, ek en John het letterlik eergister by die OMG Strap Show oor hierdie gepraat, en ek en John is besig om Afrikaanse liedjies saam te skryf. En dan hy het 'n tyd terug Stellenbosch se weggegooi kind, dit doen nou baie goed vir hom. En ons het gepraat oor, jy weet, ons is baie huiwerig oor Afrikaanse musiek skryf. Dus praat van hoekom, soos ons sukkel nogal daarmee. Soos dit kom nie sommer so van ons lippe af soos ons Engelse musiek is. Soos my eerste album was heeltemal Engelse musiek. Maar ek dink maar die groot rede is wat ons by uitgekom het was maar, jy weet, dis ons taal. Ons hoor, ons is so gewoond daaraan om dit te hoor. So ons is seker maar baie krities daaroor. En ook ons het nie so baie musiek soos Engelse musiek nie. Ek meen elke liewe Europese land of wat ook al en amper die hele Amerika en selfs oosterse lande sal vir jou musiek in Engels, soos sal musiek in Engels uitbring. Maar
Ja.
'n bietjie soos Afrikaanse musiek wat soos regtig goed is en wat ons inspireer en so aan. Dit is amper as jy nou musiek skryf, dan loop jy so fyn lyn, dan val jy of in jou influences wat jou nou natuurlik inspireer, maar dan voel jy nee, dit is nie regtig ek nie, of jy val in jy weet soos Afrikaans is groot en jy's net soos o, Here, nee, ek wil nie dit doen nie. So fyn lyn wat jy moet balanseer. So ja, ek maar as jy daai Afrikaanse sang kry wat jy wil uitbring, doen dit man.
Dis die soveelste Afrikaanse persoon of musician wat ek nou al by wat in Engels skryf en wat sê dis moeilik. Daar's like 'n krapperigheid daarin om in Afrikaans te skryf. Dit klink weird. En Luna se voorbeeld, Luna het lank gevat voor sy in Afrikaans geskryf het. Jono is dieselfde wat jy ken, Hugo, Jono van Antrim. En Hugo stel sê so en genre skryf klomp like with the Wallens, klomp Engelse songs en dan kom maar hierdie gems uit so Stellenbosse weggooi kind. En wat jy nou, ek weet Jacob is cool. Ek sê nie jy moenie nie jou ander song, jy weet, doen whatever in jou kop kom en gooi, is befok. Geniet dit baie bly, baie cool. En dankie dat ons dit kon hoor. So ons is al effens oor ons tyd, so Hugo, jy het die voorreg om my laaste paar vrae te vra, dan gaan ek ons uitpraat stukkie doen.
Ag ja, natuurlik sal Gustav my met die COVID-19 probleme die hele tyd opskeep. Maar jy weet, dit is maar moeilike tye daar buite. Veral ouens soos ek en jy, Jacob, wat ons het meestal in die restaurant en cafés en so aangespeel. En hier is die part van die show waar ons net sê jy moet 'n venue van jou keuse en 'n artist van jou keuse 'n shout-out gee in hierdie tye wat mense moet gaan definitief uitcheck wat jou inspireer, wat jou gunsteling venue was waar jy opgetree het en so aan.
Dis 'n goeie vraag. Cool.
Het jy hom nie gebrief?
Nee, ek het die skrif gesien, so ek kan It's a youngster, he can do anything.
Ek sê staan met mense wat gaan uitcheck is maybe gaan hierdie weird klink, maar dit het vir my gevoel in Stellenbosch of die music scene in Stellenbosch was baie kleiner in vergelyking met Kaapstad in die middestad, which ouer mense vertel my apparently 10-15 jaar gelede was dit nie so nie. So ek weet nie of ek hulle woord daarvoor moet vat. Eerlik. So maar plek waar ek flip en baie gekyk het, nie maar 'n paar keer gekyk het en waar ek verlede jaar baie cool stuff gecheck het, was by House Machines in Short Market Street in die stad. TBD. En ek het een aand was ek daar en toe sien ek vir Frank Freeman vir hom en sy band. Dit was 'n Woensdag aand. Ek het glad nie beplan om daai aand uit te gaan of iets te gaan check nie. En toe toevallig toe ek daar is, toe sien ek hulle daar. En dit was my regtig goed geweest. Like 'n proper band wat soos high quality musiek maak. En dit was nie wat ek weet hulle doen nou daai eet kreef toer of hulle het. So ek dink as ek reg onthou, Lado het nie gesing nie. So dit was nie presies daai band nie, maar die band was proper, like it was good musicians making good music. So ek dink ek wil 'n shout-out gee aan hulle. Like cool. Well done. Dit is my fan gemaak. Ek het hom begin follow Instagram en Facebook. Ek was like, yo, it is goeie stuff.
Okay, ek sal hom ook weer gaan uitcheck, want ek het hom baie lanklaas gesien by die table. Ek was either Table met Hand and Blues Summit of daai The Big Blues Meets Rock. Ek weet nie wat een van die twee is nie, wat Richard Pryor georganiseer het. En maar hy was vroeg op en maar ek was daar en dit was befok geweest. So die next time wat ek hom gesien het, is dit eetkreeftyd. So ek het nie geweet hy gaan nog aan met sy eie preekie en dan go and check it out. En vir almal wat nou luister, die maklikste manier om local musiek te ondersteun terwyl jy op jou gat sit met jou drink in jou hand is klik net like op 'n ou se page. Weet ek gaan net na sy Facebook page en na sy Instagram account en begin volg dit en kyk 'n bietjie wat aangaan en jy hoeveel moeite is dit nou en okay so jou bloody time jou thread, jy weet jou timeline raak bietjie busier, ek kan seker economic cope. But you're helping a musician. And it's so bloody maklik. And then if you really like his stuff, go and listen to it, stream it, jy weet, kan luister op die streaming services, koop van dit as jy kan. En
you might find something you like.
Dankie. Ja, maar so Jacob, baie dankie dat jy ons gejoin het vanaand en ek hoop jou meer mense hoor jou en jy kry kans om jou waarde uit te stal en ek hoop dit tussen omstandighede wat jy geniet. We'll make plans. Ons gaan planne maak met mense dat ons mekaar kan weet we'll get out there, Samia. Ek wil net vir 'n oomblik terwyl ek aan dink, wil ek net 'n oomblik van stilte vir Trumpetry se heen gaan want ons het ook 'n lekker gigs daar gespeel. Het was 'n baie chill, baie lekker environment om musiek te maak. Dit is so jammer dat hulle weg is, maar
al die staff van Trumpetry was
aan my hulle
ons het al baie gepraat van Trumpetry was een van ons favorite venues. Ons is regtig
so baie jammer.
Ja,
jammer om daarvan te hoor. Dankie weer eens Jacob. Guys, please go and check him out. Check his Facebook page out and check his YouTube account. Daar's min goed, maar soos hy sê, hy werk aan 'n EP. Jy moet dit doen hè. Ons wil die goed hoor. You gotta songs deserve to be heard. Somehow, jy moet hulle uitkry some way or other. So check sy Instagram account. Okay, cool. Volgende week in die Twilight Zone het ons iemand wat ek is bietjie nervous want ek moet gaan we gotta get our chops sorted for him, Mr. Gabby Leroux. Gabby Leroux is hy het Mendoza geproduce. Eers het en hy het co-wrote that song with him. So hy weet en baie van sy goed daar. So hy's 'n groot producer in die land. En hy weet wat hy al aangaan. Plus is involved. Hoekom ek hom eintlik aanvanklik al gedink het, Gabby Leroux is die temporary of interim Secretary General van die TUMSA Musicians Union. Ek is groot gemaak om te dink unions is moeilikheid. Het my 'n hele ruk gevat, but I learned that they've got a role to play, a very important one. En as jy nou deur COVID gegaan het as 'n musician of die corona by die pandemic, dan sê jy verstaan dat ons 'n bietjie representation nodig het. So, volgende week praat ons met Gabby Leroux. Baie interessant, hy was op die board van Samro in die de mekaar tye. Hy het opinies daaroor. Hy is Secretary General van TUMSA en hy is 'n producer of note wat oor genres sny. So dit gaan baie interessant wees. Ek hoop I hope we can do him justice next week, but he's kindly agreed to be with us in the Twilight Zone next week. So ons gaan uitspeel met 'n decent, baie nice recording van Jacob Swan. Dis 'n video wat jy wel kan gaan sien op YouTube. But Sven meer betrokke was, weet ek. And it's an original of his that he did. Is ek reg? Wie jy sê oor daai production net gou. Dis net verstaan waar dit vandaan kom.
So dit was 'n baie toevallige ding geweest. Ek het uitgesit in chat eendag en toe kry ek kan nie presies onthou wie dit was nie. Ek het nou lank probeer sit en dink. Maar iemand het vir my gesê hulle het 'n video nodig van my wat sit en speel vir my om erns 'n gig te boek. En toe chat ek en hy sê ek het 'n video nie. Ek het die original song, kan ek al by jou want hy doen recordings by sy huis. Hulle het so 'n studio set up daar. Baie nice recordings wat hulle doen. Toe sê ek vir hom, kan ek al by jou inkom en toe toe sê ek cool, kom ons doen dit. Kom ons maak 'n recording. So ja.
Okay, bedankt. Dankie Sven.
Ja. Ja, nee,
Sven Bloemer.
Ek is super proud oor die quality van die klank.
Okay.
Ek was baie impressed. Ek was al in 'n paar studios gewees en omdat my akoestiek drop tussen D, baie sound engineers sukkel om my akoestiek op te tel met 'n mic. En hy was so 10 sekondes, hy het gehad voor dit gesit en hy het gefigure, was glad nie vir hom 'n issue nie. So ja, hy weet wat hy doen. As enige iemand recordings wil doen by hom, like he knows what he's doing.
Okay, cool. Baie dankie almal. Dankie dat julle gekyk het. Daar gaan Jacob Swan. Laat hy uitgaan en dan gaan my krag af toevallig. Cheers. How's that?
Hey,
Is vader. Ek is nog op 'n bietjie UPS, ja, en op die bietjie UPS hoor. Cheers guys. Good night. Goed dat ek gaan kersse aansteek.
Ek gaan op. Fucking perfect.
Ja.
It's a new dawn, new day. Sun's come up and the night gone away. Pray for hours, see the wake of day. Cold 5 nights in a row. I've been tossing and twisting on my own. But now I think it's time to let go. Feet from the pain, fighting temptation. Been wondering if I'm ever gonna make it. When I start down, I'm ever gonna shake it off. I really louder than me. I feel it rise up in me. Rise up in me, make it feet in my feet tapping, my hips shaking, my heart's not breaking, and I'm mistaken. There's a part of me thinking I'm gonna be okay. Feet from the pain and fighting temptations. I've been wondering if I'm ever gonna make it. When I start to die, I'm ever gonna shake it off. I feel it rise within me, rise within me, rise within me, make it feel and rise. It's a new dawn, new day. Winter's gone and spring's come to stay. New dawn, it's a new day. Said it's a new dawn, it's a new